Hi everybody, we're going to be doing PROMOSTK ASMR sounds story time, and I'll be reading Beauty and the Beast. It was a special request by one of my YouTuber families, and FREDDY GOSSETT, this is for you. Thank you for your request, and anybody out there wanting to request a read, comment below the book and what you want to be read, and I will read it by special request. Thank you. Hi everybody, this is Shella, PROMOSTK ASMR sounds, where I am doing story time. Today is a special day. It's a day that a book was requested, and the person that requested this book read is FREDDY GOSSETT. That's FREDDY GOSSETT, GOSSETT. He is one of my YouTube family, and I am so pleased to be able to bring you this story. He requested Beauty and the Beast. Now, I'm reading out of my little golden books. As you can see, it's a little golden book of the Walt Disney books. Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there lived a spoiled and selfish young prince in a castle. One night, an old woman asked the prince for shelter. In return, she offered him a rose. Repulsed by the old woman, the unkind prince refused her. The woman warned that beauty is found within. But when the prince dismissed her again, the old woman became a beautiful enchantress. The prince apologized, but it was too late. The enchantress knew there was no love in his heart. As punishment, the enchantress transformed the prince into a beast. Then she placed a powerful spell on the castle and all who lived there. The rose she had offered was enchanted. It would bloom until the prince was 21. If he could learn to love and be loved before the last petal fell, the spell would be broken. If not, he would remain a beast. Ashamed of his monstrous form, the beast hid inside the castle. A magic mirror was his only window to the outside world. As the years passed, he fell into despair. He did not believe that anyone could ever love him. Slowly, the rose began to wither. In a nearby village lived a young girl named Belle. She was very beautiful, but Belle, unlike the other girls in the village, cared only for her books. While Belle read about adventure and romance, her father, Maurice, studied technical books. He was an inventor, a genius, according to Belle, a crackpot, according to the townsfolk. Belle is even stranger than her father, the villagers would whisper. Her nose is always in a book. Gaston the hunter wanted to make Belle his wife. No matter how many times she turned him down, Gaston would not take no for an answer, even though Belle thought he was a brainless brute. One cold day, Maurice hitched his horse, Philippe, on a wagon and set off to show his latest invention at a fair. Maurice became lost in a misty forest. As an icy wind whistled through the trees, he suddenly heard the howling wolves. Woo! Felipe bolted, and Maurice fell to the ground. The frightened man ran deeper and deeper into the woods. He came to a castle and stumbled inside. There, Maurice was greeted by Miss Potts, the teapot, Gogsworth, the mantel clock, and Lemire, the candelabra. But soon an even stranger creature appeared, the beast. Oh. When Maurice stared at the beast in horror, the beast howled angrily. Then he scooped Maurice up and carried him off to a dungeon. Meanwhile, Felipe had made his way back home. Belle took one look at the riderless horse and knew something had happened to her father. "Felipe, take me to him," she cried. Without a pause, the animal thundered off toward the woods. Belle burst inside the castle and searched for her father. The enchanted objects led her to him. But just then, the beast appeared. Belle gasped as the hideous sight of the beast. She gasped. She begged the beast to free her father. When he refused, she bravely offered him herself in Maurice's place. "No, Belle," Maurice cried, even as the beast said, "Done." The beast led Belle to her room. "The castle is now her home," he said gruffly. She was free to go anywhere she liked, except the West Wing. "You will join me for dinner," the beast ordered. "That's not a request." Still, Belle refused, and the beast stomped off in anger. That night, Belle slipped out of her room and found her way to the forbidden West Wing, where she discovered the beast's foul lair. Beast was drawn to the enchanted rose. When she reached out to touch it, the beast suddenly appeared on the balcony outside the window. Belle screamed, "Oh!" and fled down the room. She fled from the room. Belle ran out of the castle, mounted Felipe, and fled into the night. But a pack of wolves soon had the girl surrounded. Belle was helpless. Suddenly, the beast was there, throwing the wolves aside. The beast and the wolves battled for their lives. At last, the wolves ran off into the woods, but the beast lay in the snow, badly injured. Back at the castle, Belle gently bound the beast's wounds. Gentle as she was, the beast roared in agony. "Oh, I barely touched you," said Belle. Then she saw a look of pain on his face. "I forgot to thank you for saving my life," she added softly. The beast only grunted in reply, but when Belle turned away, the hint of a smile could be seen on his face. In the days that followed, the beast tried to be a proper host. He showed Belle his library, where they read together, and she, in return, began to teach him how to act like a gentleman. If Belle could only love the beast, this dreadful spell might yet be broken, Cogsworth whispered to Miss Potts and her son, Chip the teacup. The winter passed pleasantly for Belle and the beast. One night, while Belle was teaching him to dance, the beast stammered, "Belle, are you happy here with me?" "Yes," said Belle, without hesitation. But the beast saw a trace of sadness in her eyes. Then Belle added, "If only I could see my father again, even for a minute." The beast handed her the magic mirror. Belle saw Maurice trudging through the forest. He looked frail and old. Then her father collapsed in a heap. "I must go to him," Belle cried. "He might be dying." "I release you," the beast said sadly, "but take the mirror. Then you will always have a way to look back and remember me." Belle soon found her father, but their happy reunion was cut short with a pounding on their cottage door. Boom, 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 boom. "We've come to take Maurice to Mason DeLone's," announced the director of the village's insane asylum. "No," Belle cried, "he isn't crazy. Maurice has been raving that you were imprisoned by a hideous beast," someone said. "Only a crazy man would tell such a tale." "Gaston," Belle cried, "you know my father isn't crazy. Tell them." Gaston whispered that he might be able to calm the crowd if Belle would promise to marry him. "Never," Belle exclaimed. "There really is a beast, and I can prove it." She turned to the crowd. "Look in this mirror and see." The townspeople looked at the beast's reflection and grew frightened. "We must hunt down this savage animal," Gaston cried, stirring up the mob. After locking Belle and her father in the cottage, the villagers strode off to storm the beast's castle. Luckily, Chip, Miss Potts' son, had stowed away in Belle's saddlebag. After the villagers were gone, he used Maurice's latest invention to release Belle and her father. By the time Belle reached the castle, Gaston and the beast were in a mortal duel on the castle roof. The beast managed to knock Gaston's weapon from his hand. Gaston screamed for mercy. The beast granted it and turned away from his foe. Then Belle watched helplessly as Gaston rose up and plunged a knife into the beast's back. Oh my God. The beast roared in pain. Oh! Frightening Gaston. The hunter lost his footing and fell off the roof into the fog below. Belle flew to the beast's side. "At last I can see you one last time," the beast said weakly. "Oh no," Belle said, sobbing as she kissed his cheek. "Please don't die. I love you." At that moment, the spell was broken. The beast turned back into a prince. The enchanted servants returned to their human forms as well. Miss Pot cried human tears of joy as the handsome young prince gathered the beautiful Belle into his arms. the loving couple would live happily ever after. I hope you guys enjoyed this book. Again, it was a request by one of my YouTube families, Freddie Gossett. And this is a dedication to Freddie Gossett. Thank you for requesting this, Freddie. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Beautiful words. And please, everyone out there, Beauty and the Beast, y'all go ahead and share. Share, share, share. Invite people to come and take a look at PromoSTK, ASMR Sounds, and Storytime, where we're reading books for kids, young and old. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, subscribe to this channel and share. Leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about this book. If it made you feel the way Freddie Gossett felt when he read it. Freddie, comment your experience on this book. You told me it was one of your best favorite books. I want to hear again why in the comment section below. Thank you guys. Love you. Continue to come back every day. Bye.